Hi friends, I'm Emily Curl with Refinery 29 and I am sitting next to a very special guest. This is Kristen Petrovich, who is the founder of Sjal Skincare, which is a luxury gem-infused skincare line. She's also the author of Elemental Energy. And today we are making two separate things, the first being a matcha gold firming mask, the second a DIY gemstone facial. I'm so excited. Kristen, thank you so much for having us. We can't wait.
Thanks. Thank you for having me. So today we're here to talk about, we chose a recipe. It's a matcha gold firming mask, and it's from our book, Elemental Energy. And what I love about this mask is it's so easy because there's only 3 ingredients. But it really works. It's very effective. And so some of the ingredients, the 3 ingredients are, we use a green tea matcha.
Love
it. And it's just a powder, and it's organic. And it's great because it has all your antioxidants in there. We also use honey. So you can use...
and this is just organic honey.
Yes, it's just an organic honey from any supermarket or natural whole food store. You can either have the loose honey or you can have a thicker honey. So this happens to be loose just so we can mix it easier. But if you like a thicker mask, I would choose more of a raw honey.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay. And then what's great about honey is it has an enzyme in it. It's humectant. It keeps your skin glowy, dewy, toned. It looks really great.
Awesome.
And then we have a gold colloidal. And so what that means is this is suspended parts, nanoparticles of gold, and it is for firming and regeneration. And in the book, we talk about how you can use it in masks, body products, even bathing. So it's multifunctional, which I like.
And one thing we talked about is these are all ingredients that you could just get at the store, right?
Yeah.
All super simple.
Most of the ingredients, like 95% of our ingredients are from a natural food store, Whole Foods. So it's very easy. There's just a few key things you might, one or two key things you might need online. But it's very simple. It's meant for the person on the go that doesn't have a lot of time. So it's more works within someone's lifestyle.
Awesome. Okay. Should we get to mixing?
Cool. Let's get started.
All right, great.
All right. So if you you can put on this beautiful band.
I was actually really excited, guys, to put on this band.
I was like, you don't have to wear it.
No, I wanted to. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Now I feel like it's a spa day. And also, today's my birthday, guys.
Happy birthday. That's why we're doing this.
So
we're
this
here
was
because of that.
The best birthday present. I get a nice facial today. Nice DIY facial.
Great.
All right, Kristen, show me what we're working
All right.
with.
So basically, we do sort of equal amounts of the 3 ingredients. Since the honey's a bit loose, I might do a little bit more matcha just to have a little bit more thickness.
Look at that
So we're
color.
going to do like I know, it's gorgeous, right? Half a teaspoon of this.
Okay.
We will do the gold next.
Awesome.
And it's a liquid, like I said.
And just 1 teaspoon of that?
Yeah, just a half.
Oh, a half teaspoon. Got it.
And then I'm going to do some of the honey. Here we go. And like I said, what I love about this is it's just 3 ingredients. So it's so easy. But it's effective. It really does work. It brightens, tones,
I love it.
firms
Can you
the
guys see
skin.
this? Yes, it's amazing.
And most of the recipes in the book are just for like 1 or 2 uses. If you wanted to keep it for like, let's say 2 or 3 days or maybe a little bit under a week, you can always add a drop or 2 of vitamin E to act as somewhat of a preservative, but it's, they're really meant to be quite fresh.
It smells so nice
Like
too,
grass.
so I know that's going to feel
like
just
grass,
so
right?
natural and good on my skin.
Yeah, it's a little grassy smelling, but I think that smells great. And it's nice for summer.
Yes, honestly. A
The
nice
first
little
day
summer
of
facial.
summer, it feels like here in New York. Okay, great. All right, so then I'm going to just spray a tonic on your face, okay? And this tonic actually has a rose elixir, gold and silver. So you've got your minerals.
This is such a good birthday for me.
And we're just going to take a brush. You don't have to use a brush. You can use your fingers. But if you want to use any foundation brush, it kind of gives it more of a luxury feel, a pampering. So you can see that nice color.
Oh, wow. It goes on so smooth also.
Yeah, right?
Wow,
So
I love
easy.
it.
You're just going to paint that on your skin. I'm going to paint you right now.
And I can just like smell the honey and matcha, and it's very calming, very soothing.
And if you wanted to, there are different types of honeys out there. If you wanted to use something, there's some more that are considered more medical grade, depending on if you have any skin conditions or anything, you can get as fancy as you want. But obviously, you're going to want to use the organic as well.
So, Kristen, I love skincare. I love using face mask, all of that stuff. How often do you recommend kind of doing one of these DIY facials? Or
I mean, if you could do something, I think, at least once a week, that would be great, because you want to maintain what you have. You want to kind of detox and feel fresh and great. And it's a nice way to treat yourself, and it's really easy to do, so it doesn't take a lot of time.
Right.
But we all have to, take care of ourselves as well. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's important nowadays.
Yes, absolutely. Self-care is so important.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Do you have like a favorite facial that you love to do?
I like this one, and I like of the ones I make, and I also have a charcoal one I like, and I use that with a silver and an aloe and an amethyst elixir, so that's really nice for. Oops, sorry about that. It's really nice for like a detox, but it's nice because it doesn't dry out your skin because you've got an aloe in there. And it does a really good detox for the skin. So it just depends, you just have to follow with where your skin's at. Is it winter? Is it summer? Have you been going out a lot? All these things make a difference. Yeah, they do. So you want to make sure like you're taking care of your skin, or is it absolutely freezing and your skin is just,
Right.
you don't have much, you just feel like it needs some protection and like calming and,
Right.
like if it's been harsh weather, sometimes we need more to take care of ourselves, like a calming, soothing mask.
My skin surprisingly gets really, really dry in the summer.
Does it?
Yeah, because I feel like most people get pretty oily, but so I kind of have this opposite. But New York weather has been so crazy lately anyways that it's just been bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
So I feel like it is so important to take care of your skin, especially when you're in conditions like this.
Okay, there you go. And at home, you're going to leave this on for 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
You can also do your décolleté, but I didn't want to mess up your beautiful outfit. But you can always do your décolleté. That's another treat for yourself.
This already feels amazing on my skin, and it doesn't feel too heavy. I feel like it's like light and nourishing, and it feels like really like quenching.
Yeah, it's not, and it should. It's like this is one of those masks that you want to leave your skin dewy and hydrated. So that's really important.
Dewy hydrated, my summer aesthetic. I love it.
Okay, perfect.
So what else do we have here on this table?
Okay. Well, while we're waiting for your mask, I was talking to you earlier about these are elixirs, and these are very easy to make at home.
For our audience who may not know what an elixir is, how would you describe it?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm going to tell you about. So an elixir is actually where you can capture a blueprint of a stone. So everything has an energy or a blueprint or like cellular memory, if you've ever heard of that. The idea would be that you want to capture that energy of a stone. One way to do it is through creating an elixir. You would simply put them in a distilled water, a stone. Just make sure the stone is, obviously you don't want to use a toxic stone, so we're doing amethyst here, which is a quartz. And you would let it sit in the sun. You put it in a glass bowl, some cheesecloth over it, let it sit in the sun from anywhere from 3 to 12 hours. Alternatively, for people that don't have time and are busy or maybe don't have the windowsill or the sun to let it sit out in, you can take water in a ceramic pot, bring it to a very, very gentle boil, and then let it cool to help capture the imprint that way. And then what I do is I like to use these plates. They're called Tesla plates, based on Tesla's technology.
Oh, really? Like
yes.
the car?
Yes,
Tesla?
like the car. Like the inventor, yes. Exactly, like the person who invented satellite communications. Yeah, that Tesla. And what this does is it helps to charge your elixir. So that's really interesting as well.
Oh, that is an interesting aspect. Okay.
So some people, you could add these to your smoothies. You can make tonics out of these. So for example, in the book, we have an amethyst tonic. It uses an amethyst elixir. We add a silver colloidal rather than a gold. Silver works on inflammation. So we add that. We add lavender, some aloe. Very simple. You can make your own tonic, sort of like how we just sprayed down your face with a tonic there. The other thing you could do is you could make an oil elixir. This is an aquamarine, which is calming, and you would want to do.
That's great.
You could do a lightweight oil base or a blend of them, and add some aromatherapy if you want. And then that way you're capturing the idea of an energy of a stone into either the water or into an oil. And then you can use them for beauty treatments.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. So do you primarily use these for beauty, or do you keep them around your house, or kind of what's the main
you
purpose
can make
of them?
you could make pre-make the oil will last for quite a while. I mean, you would just want to use it and then finish it. But I would say 1 to 2 weeks for the water, maybe let's say 1 week closer, and then you can add a little bit of a vegetable glycerin if you want to help stabilize it.
Okay.
You can use it in one of these masks I've created. You could use it in bath because again, the energetic blueprint. Just using the idea of calming or something like that. The other thing you could use them for is if you don't add the glycerin, not that it hurts to drink glycerin, but if you could just use them, make it fresh, and then use it to drink. Some people do drink them.
Great.
Or you could add it, like I said, to a smoothie or something like this.
Got it. Okay.
The idea is that just like how we resonate with the planet Earth, we actually resonate with gemstones.
Interesting.
So we have an electronic exchange with stones. And what's interesting is they actually go, when you use them, they'll go to sort of like the weak area of our body. I mean, remember, we're made up of water, tissue, mineral. Our bone structure is a crystalline bone structure. So it's actually in our chemical makeup.
Which is so interesting because I've never experienced that before. So it's crazy to hear you talk about this and all the uses you can do with stones.
Right. Well, and remember, they've been using our technology for a while now. So, whether it's in our cell phones or our computer, they're clear crystal quartz. So they are a direct conductor of energy, and crystal quartz can store more memory than pretty much anything else on the planet. So people are using those to store memory. So they have an energy, a natural energy to them. So our energy, it depends on the day, our stress level, what we're going through. But what's nice about these is they have a higher energy level than we do, or frequency. So again, as you're doing the electronic exchange, it can move towards the weaker area of our body, and they can help harmonize us.
So my question is, do you typically gravitate towards one stone when you need something more in particular?
I'm laughing because I put a rose quartz in my bra before we got started to help keep me calm. But yeah, exactly. Typically you gravitate towards the stone that you need.
That's so interesting.
And everyone has like a little bit different story. So we were saying rose quartz is calming.
Right.
Amethyst, this helps to work on inflammation. It's also tranquility. It also works with your intuition.
Interesting. Okay, great.
Lapis, which you picked out earlier, which matches your nail polish.
I can't decide if I picked that out because I needed it or because my nails are that color.
This is a stone for communication and leadership.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you could put them in your pocket. You could keep them on your desk at work.
Like going into a big meeting, just kind of put some
Absolutely.
stones in your pocket, give you that extra oomph.
Citrine for empowerment.
I love that. We love that here at Refinery 29.
Absolutely. And then I think an important one we were talking about earlier is something that helps protect against electromagnetic frequencies. So our computer, our cell phones, power grids, power cords that run underneath the ground that we're not aware of. It all has an impact on our electric field, our biomagnetic field. So any dark stone, this is a black tourmaline, this is hematite. You can use dark stones for grounding, for protection. They'll protect against EMFs. They can help clear out any negativity. So I was even saying you could take, create an elixir with a dark stone, put it in a mister, and actually mist a room, or if you feel like you have too much electromagnetic frequency around you, you can mist that down
and
as
we were
well.
talking about that, and you're saying like for someone who sits at their computer all day,
Yes.
and they're looking at screens, we're on our phones all day, what's the best way to kind of clear out from that?
I like to do, I actually use this spray. I have a black tourmaline spray that I use. I added a little bit, not required, but I did add a little bit of silver to it, as well as a lavender, just again for clearing. So you can clear a room, but I've used it as to clear myself out. That's probably the fastest way. You can also do different kinds of baths as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because remember, it creates free radicals, so it's not. You do want to keep yourself cleared away from that,
right?
Whenever possible.
Absolutely. And for our Facebook Live audience that are just tuning in, I didn't come to set like this, but we are making a matcha gold firming mask. I'm here with Kristen Petrovich, who is the founder of Sjal Skincare, a luxury gem infused skincare line. also the author of Elemental Energy, and we are talking all things gemstones, how to DIY your own facials, all of that good stuff. My skin feels amazing so far.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to actually take that mask off.
Is it time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can take it off
And
now.
guys, if you have any questions, I do have my phone, so I can pull up any live questions that you want to ask Kristen too. Okay. All right. So let me get on this. I do look a little crazy, and I love it. Awesome. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I am going to just kind of... Of course, this doesn't want to come off your little face.
I also feel like I'm having a spa day right now. This is so great.
All right, so what we're going to do normally, here, just turn to me a little
Okay.
bit. I'm going to just try to get this off. And of course, you don't have to use a towel. You can always do this at home and just jump into the shower or rinse. But we're doing, since we're in a studio, we're obviously going to use a towel to get this off your skin.
Totally. And you said how long to typically leave these on for?
You can leave it on for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
We might have been talking a little bit longer, so...
It's molded to my skin now.
Yes, exactly. We're just going to have to get it off. But it'll come off. But again, it's all the green tea is nice for any sort of, any kind of high in antioxidants. Mm-hmm. And again, it's like a little bit of a detoxer.
Absolutely.
But not, it doesn't dry the skin out. And again, that's the same thing with the honey.
I do feel like my skin feels so soft right now.
It should. And that's the honey. And then again, the gold is firming and regenerative.
It feels, right, it feels so hydrated.
Good.
So hydrated and firm.
And then the gold's restorative. Gold is one of the 3 elements that our heart needs to stay alive. So it's actually an important
really interesting.
element for us to use.
Do a lot of the facials that you know use gold? Is that a common
Yeah,
ingredient?
it's becoming very popular now because of the firming results, and also it goes nice with other ingredients. I mean, they've been using it for thousands of years in Eastern medicine, you know, combined with herbs and these types of things. So it's nice when you have it in a combination of a plethora of different ingredients. It's really nice because it's very result oriented. So it's very complementary.
Right.
I hope I'm being gentle enough.
Oh,
on
you
your
are?
skin.
No, this is totally fine.
All right, I'm going to get one more towel here.
Great. So Carla wants to know, where can you purchase the stones?
The stones. Online, there are different, well, first of all, there are little gem stores around most places, most cities now. You can either get tumbled, you can get raw, you can get geos. One nice thing about the tumbled, this is a tumbled stone, is that you can multitask with it. So
And what does exactly mean? What does a tumbled stone mean?
it means they're smooth.
Oh,
You see?
great. Yeah, it is very smooth.
So it's here. So that you can, you know, if you
that's
wanted
very
to do
nice.
a facial with it, you could do a facial. If you wanted to put it in your pocket, it's just very, very gentle.
Oh, I love that. Also, Kiana wants to know, what's the best way to eliminate blackheads? Do you have a trick for that?
Yeah, well, that's the one I was talking about, the where I use black charcoal.
Oh, wow. I
Black
feel like charcoal
charcoal.
was having a moment for a little bit.
Yeah, charcoal, but I like it. You can combine it with the silver. Remember, I was talking about how these help to harmonize your skin. Silver is amazing, antibacterial, antimicrobial. So it's fantastic. And then the black charcoal will help pull out the blackheads.
And the gold is more like firming.
Yeah,
and-
gold is more firming. So silver is a cooling metal. Gold is sort of like a warming and firming metal.
It's so funny. Like, this all makes sense, like hearing you say it, but I've never thought to use these on my skin as a mask, which I guess why it's so, you know, it's so easy to do, to make these DIY masks.
Right. It is. It is. And there's in the book we talk about there. We have a little reference guide, but there are places where you can go online and order these. This one here is I think it's called like Mezzo Gold, Mezzo Platinum, Mezzo Silver. So it's whatever product you need.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, you're being so patient. Thank you. And the other place you can go is here in the city. I don't know if anybody lives in the city, but we have Astro Gems. We have Rockstar Gems. There are tons of places online where you can order the stones as well.
Do you have one gem that you never leave the house without?
Maybe it's a rose quartz, or I always use a rose quartz or a grounding stone.
No, we were talking too a little bit about the necklace that you
Yeah.
wear, which I think is really interesting because you said it's close to your heart, right?
Yes. Well, what you can do is with jewelry, you can also make sure that something like if you want, this is clear quartz and it's by the heart chakra, but you could also use a rose quartz and have it by your heart chakra. If you want something by your throat chakra, you could use a blue stone. So you can put things specifically. It's a way to use a stone throughout the day and use it through jewelry. Or even by, like, if you want something, obviously earrings will work as well.
When did you first when did you first realize the benefits of using crystals and stones?
Well, they've been doing them for, our line is East and West. And in Eastern medicine, they've been doing this for 4,000 to 5,000 years. And then in Western medicine, so basically we look at integrative medicine, which is the combination of East and West. So,
got it.
So from an Eastern standpoint, they've been doing this for thousands of years, and then Western's been using these more. Western now is using these more in medicine. So, for example, they're using gold and platinum as a delivery system for cancer medication now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's going towards the weaker cells. Remember, we were talking about how it vibrates at a higher level?
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So there's so many benefits.
Yep, there are.
That's incredible.
All right. I think I left this on a little bit too long because it doesn't want to come off your skin. But it's looking very bright and very glowy.
Amazing. Good.
And very shiny.
I need some birthday glow, so that's perfect.
Okay. All right, so let's get started. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to use, do you think of these wands? What are you thinking, the rose or the amethyst?
I think the rose.
The rose, okay. So that's going to kind of just help calm the skin.
Oh, great.
Work on microcirculation.
Oh, that sounds like something I'm into.
And it also connects with your heart chakra. So, which is important. We want to keep our heart chakra open.
And what does that mean exactly, to keep your heart chakra open?
You just, the idea is that our heart chakra emanates further out than any other chakra in our body. It's your intuition. It's your guidance. And, there's something called heart math. So it's where you're starting to think more with your heart instead of your, just sometimes the head can get a little bit chaotic.
It gets so cloudy in there.
Yeah. So if you think from your heart, it's your purest intention.
Interesting.
And,
and it
you're
just
really
helps
connecting.
you kind of refine those things.
Yeah, because it's your, it's a practice now where people are working more, even when they meditate, it's the thought and what's in your heart.
Right. That's one thing that our audience talks about all the time is, I'm a big makeup beauty gal. I love all of that stuff. But I think we're even going to a different level of understanding your skin and your body. And this is taking you to that level.
Absolutely.
I mean, how important do you think it is to, like, really, obviously taking care of your skin is the most important thing.
Yeah. But I think when you're taking care of your skin, you can do, it's mindfulness. It does also how you feel on the inside. I mean, it's such an old cliche, but reflects on the outside. We all know that. But I think it's now kind of taking it to, like you said, another level, because it's also becoming our wellness, our being, our psychological, our emotional being is now, I think everybody's now understanding the tie-in.
Exactly.
So doing facials like this, you can actually have the physical science effects like we were talking about, but there is a spiritual side.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so I'm just going to...
now we're on to the gemstone facial, right?
Yes.
Okay,
so I'm just going to take an oil. This is one of our oils, and we charge this with aquamarine and sapphire. And if you wanted to do your own, there's your own little version. You can always combine it. I'm just going to combine this with a serum.
Okay.
But you can combine it with a serum, or they can combine it with their cream at home. But it's nice if you do the elixir, or if you have an oil that's already charged with an elixir, so that you can have the effects of the stone on a deeper level. And then when you use the stones on your face, it's like a physical as well as the frequency or the energy of the stone.
Oh, wow, that smells so amazing.
Thank you.
I love that.
All right, so we're just going to pat this on gently because you want to create a slip for the skin.
Man, another minute longer, I might fall asleep. So soothing.
All right. And if you wanted to, you could even, like for those of us, if anybody has feels like they have a little bit of an oilier skin, you can always combine an oil with a tonic. Okay. It'll lighten it a little bit as well.
Great. So that's the best to do, you said, for oily skin?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, it's just you want to make sure you've got a slip. And then you can always you can always use modify the oil through using different kinds of essential oils. If you feel like you've got an oilier skin, you can certainly do, add some properties in there that are a little bit more detoxifying.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
How should I be for this? I'm
No.
nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start right here. This is your third eye.
Okay.
Do you feel that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you ever done anything with your third eye before?
No.
Okay.
I'm very new to all this, but I'm excited about it.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do a very slow, tiny, tiny circle.
Mm-hmm.
Just to help really relax you. And I said rose quartz, as I mentioned, this is a calming stone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take this, and we have this recipe in the book, and we're going to simply do a massage with these stones on your skin.
It feels so nice already. And these are calming, right?
Yeah, these are calming. If anybody has redness, we'll actually bring down redness in the skin.
Really?
Hmm?
I do have pretty red skin sometimes.
You can also use these to kind of like hit reflexology points as well.
And so this is something you can do at home just by kind of purchasing your own rose quartz.
Yeah, and you can even do this with the tumbled stones. It doesn't have to be. These are wands, but you certainly don't have to use the wands. I mean, that's what's so great about them. You can use these same stones. You can use the same stones, and you can actually use these to take, if you felt like you needed to take a bath, like if you were like feeling like you wanted to calm down with them, you can put them by your bed. You can lay them on your heart chakra.
And how often do you recommend doing a gemstone facial?
If you can try to find the time to do it once a week, that'd be great. Mm-hmm. But there are other ways, like we talked about. You can wear them. You can just, I've slept with them before. You know what I mean? You can do all different kinds of things with them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And you said you can keep them on your desk too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, I've used with the dark stones. I've actually used them, and then like at work, and put them by my feet, or just like simply put them under my in my shoe or something if I felt like I wanted to be grounded.
Have you ever had like a super crazy out of body experience while using one of these stones or gems?
I've had them open up my heart chakra. I did one time. I felt like I really needed to be grounded, and I took the dark stones and I put them under my feet, and I actually, I could feel like it grounded me, and then it helped to open up my heart chakra, which was kind of wild. You know what I mean? Like very unexpected. Mm-hmm. I've had an amethyst. I've had a break a fever.
Really?
Yeah.
So amethyst is known for what?
It's a healing stone.
A healing stone. We actually had an audience member ask that. Okay, so amethyst is a healing stone.
Intuition. It's known as nature's tranquilizer.
Interesting. So for our audience who maybe has no experience with this, what's kind of the best way to get started? Do you recommend purchasing like one stone first?
Start with one or a few that are just simple and that you feel drawn to.
So it's kind of based on what you feel drawn to is what you should start with.
They'll always tell you that. And this is your mental health line I'm going to do right now. That we all need. This is a little tip for the mental health line.
So important.
Yeah, you just go according to, you pick out the stone that you're most drawn to. So it's sort of like if your electrolytes are low and then you're eating a lot of bananas or something. Or like, that's bad analogy, but I mean, it kind of works like that.
Right. That makes sense. And so these patterns that you're doing on my skin, is this something that we can find in your book? Is this kind of like
They are. So, but we have a general one in the book, but the whole point is that once you get comfortable with them, you can do more freestyle.
Got it. So it's kind of more of what you need. And
Yeah. So like I did these things, these are called roll-ups.
I like those.
Yeah, they feel good. They can canvas your skin with the stone. I like to make sure that the skin is canvassed as well. And just helps to relax and brighten the skin. You can go faster or slower. I tend to go very slow with these. I think it's more, you want to put yourself into that alpha state, very calming, very tranquil. How does that feel?
Oh, it's so calming. It's so nice. And it feels, cold on my skin, so I feel like it's kind of like bringing my skin back to like a neutral state.
So it helps to balance your skin, exactly like we said. I mean, that's what the stones do. And then we can hit. You can also give yourself a massage behind here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit weird for me to do it like this and facing you, but you can dig in here. You can work on your lymphatic system. You can hit here for lifting, toning, firming.
Oh, okay.
Not that you need that, but this is more prevention for you.
Right. I love it.
Maybe after a late night out, right?
Exactly.
Or if you've been working late even, it makes you tired and depletes you. So stones, the whole point of the book was that they're very, I'm going to do an amethyst on your skin. The whole point of the stones is that they're very easy to use. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be like scary or something like another like, oh no, now I have to do this, and it's like, no, it's just they're really like, it's supposed to be enjoyable on the skin.
Oh, this feels so cold.
This is the amethyst, so it feels a little bit different, right?
Yeah, it does. It's so nice.
So yeah, see, so you can use different. I mean, they all have. It's kind of a different feeling and a different energy to them. So it's kind of fun to play around like that.
Do you think if you had your eyes closed and I put all these stones on you, you'd be able to tell me which one was which?
Oh my gosh, I never thought of that. That's a great question.
Our next Facebook Live.
I never ever thought of that. That's great. Oh my goodness.
That'd be a tough test, but I think you'd be able to do it.
Maybe, yeah, that would be a great test. I think so, because even when you feel like a darker stone, it feels a little bit heavier.
Right, you can kind of get the different energies from them. Let me make sure our audience is... Oh, great. Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah, and then someone else was asking where they can purchase the stones.
There's a place called Gemstone Factory.
Okay.
That's online. Emily Gems is online. Those are two places.
Great. So this is the healing stone, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm calm and I'm healed.
Yeah. And then I see it feels a little bit different on your third eye, right? Mm-hmm. Than the rose quartz did? Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to do the hematite. Okay, so this is for the eyes.
Okay.
This is this is 70% iron, and then it's oxygen.
Wow. Okay.
So it's really awakens the eye area.
Right.
And it helps to work on dark circles, and it detoxifies. And
amazing.
It brightens and awakens. But you can use these. Make sure you clean them, and you just clean them with salt. Mm-hmm. You can still use the same stones, like I was saying, to ground yourself down by your feet.
So multiple uses for each stone.
Yes, multitasking.
Multitasking with the stones. I love it.
I love multitasking stones. We've got to do it. Otherwise, who has time? You know what I mean?
You're so right. Okay.
And then that way you could keep them by, like at work. You can have them by your desk. Mm-hmm. I've used these actually even just if I felt like I was getting a headache or something, especially in the winter. Yeah, like by your sinuses.
Mm. And it just kind of like...
Yeah, it just helps.
Right.
Or like helps with the pressure. And I'll do a little sinus shiatsu on you as well.
Okay. And what was the last part you said?
I'm going to show you how to do, like, to open up your sinus passages.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm just doing an eye cream on you. And you just want to have like enough of a slip on your eye area. You never want to pull your eye area. So just put it around the eye orbital area. But see, this is, I mean, anybody can do this at home.
Right. And it all just smells so amazing. I feel like it's so calming too because of the smells.
Thank you. And I'll show you also, if we have time, I'll show you how you can just use a tumbled stone to do it. If somebody doesn't have a wand or can't find a wand, or maybe their favorite stone doesn't come in a wand. There are other ways to do it. Okay, that should be good.
Great. I think we might be running a little low on time, but we do have time to do this last one. Yes.
All right, good. All right, so I'm going to take these. I'm just going to pull it by the eye area. And then if you want to do like a really easy technique is to simply go around the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Medium pressure. You can press a little bit more. That's your temples. How does that feel?
That feels so nice.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That could be good.
Nice
for
to have
like
a little
headache.
pressure there too. Exactly.
Yeah. You can kind of go into your eye sockets a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Out by the sinus. You can press there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go down to your collarbone.
Okay.
And then, like, you can breathe. Do you feel that opening out a little bit?
I think so. Let me try again.
I'll do it again.
Okay.
I normally do it like 3 times.
I could definitely feel it like around my sinuses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what it's supposed to do. It's
Got
supposed to
it.
help.
Okay.
Just kind of open it. Open those sinus passages. And again on the temples, down by the sinus, and then just bring them down by the lymph nodes. And if you want to make these even cooler, they're naturally cool to the touch. You can even put them in like an ice water.
Oh, I bet that's so nice.
Now what I'm doing is I'm doing a little zigzag right on the brow bone, hitting slightly above to help break up any like water. Help with the lymph system just for drainage.
Got it.
Give her puffy eyes. So this is great for a late night or if you've been working late. This is another great trick in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice, like I said, because these are iron. So it's really helping to work around that under eye area. Restore, remineralize that area.
Great. It does feel so nice.
And it awakens the eye area, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
How do I look? Yay! Refined Shine Beauty says, skin looks glowing, Emily. Kristen, thank you so much for having us today. This was so great, so informative. We love it. Facebook Live, thank you for tuning in. This has been wonderful. And
Thanks, Emily. Happy birthday.
Oh,
You look
thank you. Thank you. And check out Elemental Energy and Sjal Skincare. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.